Okay, so good morning. This is Better Each Day, the weekly, actually two-time podcast that we're doing. This is Monday morning at 6:30 here on the Pacific time zone. And for wherever you're at, I want to say thank you for joining us and being here today. We're going to do the gratitude roundtable in just a moment, and there's a reason for that. And before we get there, I wanted to just touch on the Saturday event that we just launched this last week. Everybody's been asking me for a couple of years to actually teach the Rubicon system that I created over the last 20 years. And I posted all the content, the PDF, the actual one-sheeter right here. It's called the Compass, to help you navigate your life and find out what's most important and help you eliminate those things that are distractions and disruptions so that you can be more effective and accomplish the most important thing that the Creator put you here for. And when we get so many things coming at us, whether it's social media or just life, and we have television, we have work, we have obligations, and we end up feeling like we're not getting anything accomplished. And the truth of that is we're not, because we're allowing so many other things to act on us that we are not able to act ourselves on purpose. And on purpose means that those other things are not bad. There's no reason to have a judgment there. But the point is that the Creator put you here for a particular reason. And if you're not asking yourself the question, what is that reason? What is that mission? What is that thing that I'm here to do uniquely, that I'm particularly created for, that my life events and the experiences that I have gone through, then you're not finding meaning. And meaningfulness is the life that we all want to live. It is that particular concept that Dr. Viktor Frankl found in Man's Search for Meaning, one of my very favorite books, as you see back here. If you haven't read Man's Search for Meaning, you got to put it on your reading list, okay? Get it in the queue. Man's Search for Meaning, Dr. Viktor Frankl, if you haven't heard of him, he was an Austrian psychologist prior to World War II. When the Nazis rolled in, he was captured with a number of other individuals that went to Auschwitz and Dachau, which were two of the worst death camps. He spent the entire war there, 6 years in Nazi death camps. And in that process, he was able to look and understand, why was he and a few other individuals surviving and thriving, and why were the other individuals basically dropping like flies and dying when they should have been strong enough physically to endure these awesome hardships. And so, without giving you, the whole deal, the bottom line is that every psychosis, not neuroses, okay? Neuroses is a chemical imbalance in the brain. So I'm not talking about curing neuroses. Those are things that a professional needs to do. But many of our things in our world today are psychoses, panic attacks, anxiety disorders, depression, feeling of not having a fit and place in the world. And all of those things that create us, that put us in a place where we can't function properly, adequately, purposefully. The reason for that, Dr. Viktor Frankl analyzed and said there is one central reason. One is you have to find something that you're willing to struggle and strive for. And you're like, wait a second, Steve, you just told me that I need to spend my life struggling and striving. And the answer is yes, you do. This is not a world that we were put into, that we're looking for cotton balls, kittens, and rainbows where we can dance around on unicorns, okay? Every single one of us are here to do something magnificent. And when you understand that that is your mission, that's where you're going to find your meaningfulness, is to give life meaning. And you say, well, Steve, I need to have that meaning. Can I pray for it and it'll just fall right on my head? Yes, very possibly. Or you can struggle and strive and start asking yourself questions of what is it that you feel that you have learned from your life experiences, from your setbacks, from your betrayals, from your events that didn't come out the way you wanted them to, and what have you learned from in your words and in your story that you can communicate and share with that audience that is uniquely listening for you, not for Tony Robbins, not for Steve Morrill, not for Oprah Winfrey, not for anybody else out there that is awesome and fantastic, but you have an audience that the Creator has particularly put you here for, to touch and inspire. And that inspiration comes from your uniqueness. It comes from your courage to be who you are. And who you are includes the messiness, includes the zero airbrushing that I talk about, not having to be perfect. It is the perfection of the imperfection that is the extraordinary thing that makes each one of us be able to inspire and motivate our particular audience. that resonates with us, whether it's a gender issue, whether it's a race issue, whether it's a nationality issue or a religion issue or political issue. Every one of us in the world has a particular profile, and none of us are the same. So who I communicate to, my audience, is going to be slightly different than yours, each one of you. And so if each one of us do not tell our story, then we are failing to inspire the world. You don't know if it's your story that's going to touch the next Gandhi or the next Buddha or the next Jesus. I'm not trying to put anyone at any different level. That's not my intent here, okay? I'm trying to say there are these magnificent individuals that have changed the landscape of the tapestry of our world. And we call them by different names. And there's many individuals. We could go down a list that would take us hours. And how do you know that you are not the person that is the person that's going to tell the story that sparks, that nudges that individual into action? And that action creates a ripple effect in our world, and our world becomes better because of both of you. That's the thing that you have to understand. Each one of us has that story. And when you live your life, you see the story back here, the quote, live the story that you want to tell. What is the story that you want to tell? Decide in your mind. And that's what we do on Saturdays, okay? On Saturdays, I put together 3 90-minute segments, okay? One exactly like this, okay? Starts at 06:30 on Saturday morning. And then at 7 o'clock Pacific time, we focus on the compass. And the compass is my guidance tool that helps you get bearing in life, helps you figure out, like what Nisa was talking about a second ago, is, what do I want on my gravestone? How do I want my world, my extent in this life, this mission that the Creator put me on, how do I want it to end, okay? And then in the last 30 minutes, we focus on P5, which P5 is prior preparation, planning, and practicing equals performance. So if you want to be able to perform better than you're performing right now, it is about working backwards and figure out what is the planning and the preparation, the practicing that you need to incorporate. What is the regimen that you need to do? I shared with you on a couple pieces here in Facebook and on our Messenger group and our WhatsApp group. I shared with you a picture of what my morning looks like. Okay, my fireplace above it with the screen TV up there that has a huge river with a big, huge mountain in the back of it and the water sounds and everything. Of course, that didn't come through in the picture, but that creates an atmosphere, okay? And that atmosphere is where I start my day. And then it's what I put in my ears that goes into my mind, the meditation process, whether I'm doing the 6-phase meditation with Vishen, or I'm doing a program that I'm going to share with you here in just a minute with Dr. Joe Dispenza. It's a different thing of using gratitude, okay? So I'm going to show you that here at the end of our program of a new way to use gratitude after we do the gratitude roundtable first, okay? So I want to invite each of you, if you could fit this into your Saturday schedule, awesome. If you can't, what I'll do here during our meeting is I'll drop the link in here that will give you, it will give you the actual PDF file that will allow you to register. And even if you can't be with us live on Saturday, if you're registered, then you will get an email from me and get the replays of each one of those events. So you end up doing an entire masterclass over 2022 in 30-minute bite-sized segments. And you can decide which ones you want. You can do the gratitude, then you can do the compass, and then you can do the P5, which is the experience, the training, the philosophy of how to use the compass. So you can pick each one of those or use whichever ones you want, kind of Legos where you can click them in together. So I built them in 30-minute segments, which allows that to be, in my opinion, more, how do you want to say, it fits into busy people's time schedules. So it's hard to do 3 hours or 3-day master classes, correct? How many of you tried to do that? And yes. I have had to again and again say, I can't carve out 3 days of my time. I can't do a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm already too booked, but I can sneak in 30 minutes. I can go to 30 minutes and go to YouTube and hit 2X and do it in 15. That's how I create the ability for me to learn and get the content. So all that will be in a private playlist for you if you're registered. And that means that you can access that as kind of like a cafeteria style, a la carte, how you want it. And you could go through each one of them at a time and kind of binge them if you do have several hours that you want to set aside. And you're like, okay, Steve, I can't do this every Saturday with you, but I can do it, once a month, and I can go through and get all the recordings. Fine. What I want to do is give you the content that I've learned over 30 years of studying philosophy, psychology, social sciences, and my life experience of going through my hellish environment, and how I came up on the other side focused on making the world better instead of jaded and upset and aggravated and blaming and regretting and all those things that most people you see when they go through a horrific event in life. They come out pissed off at the world and, you know, upset at the Almighty. Okay. So how do you go through those difficulties? How do you change your paradigm? How do you change words from problems and obstacles to challenges? And changing the words changes the way you think, and the way you think changes the way that you feel, and the way that you think and feel changes what? The actions that you do out, that you project out into our reality. So all of those things are your responsibility. If you're not projecting the right actions into your reality that's getting you the right results, that's your responsibility. So you work backwards into your attitude and your feelings, and those come back and originate back into the core seed of how you are thinking. It is the thinking about our thinking that helps us to evolve to a better level. Does everybody get that? Is that good? Okay, I know that's fast. I'm talking fast. I know we got a lot of content that we're covering here. So here's what we want to do. I want to start the gratitude roundtable. So what we want to do here is we've got a lot of people on the call today. I want you, if you can jump on, if you can use your video, great. You can use it or not. If you're at a workplace and you can't do that, if you can pop on and unmute yourself, then what we're going to do in 60 seconds is introduce yourself. Tell me what country you're in right now, and tell me the thing that you're grateful for. And the thing that you're grateful for can be in 3 different categories. It could be something that you're grateful for in your life today or this last weekend. It could be something that you're grateful for in business, or it could be something that you're grateful for that you have recognized about yourself. Okay, something that you just had the aha that, wow, I did this and I'm grateful for it. Okay, so this is your ability to share that. So I want each one of us to go around. I'll start, and then each one of us can jump in here. You don't have to go in any order. You can raise your hand if you want, or you can just jump in. We're all good. So I'll start. So I'm grateful for having the life experience that was absolutely horrific for many, many years of my life. And that horrific experience enabled me to understand that I can come from a position of experience and not theory, that I can give you the insights of what it feels like to feel the abandonment, the betrayal, the things should not have gone this way, all these things that you could talk about yourself. And having that horrific experience gives me the opportunity to share with you that tomorrow can be better, and that next year can be better, and that a decade from now can be even better. But you have to have that desire and that grit and that love for making the world a better place. That's where it comes from. So that's what I'm grateful for. By the way, my name is Steve Moreland, and I'm from the United States. So, all right, so I'm number 1. So who, jump in here. Who wants to go next? Just pop yourself off mute and jump in here.
I'll go ahead and go next, Steve.
Come on, Randy.
I am grateful, honestly, for the blessing of jumping on to a group called The Buzz and having the chance to connect with this guy named Steve Moreland. You know, he reached out to me out of the blue and invited me on a call, and had a great opportunity to talk with him. And because of him, I've made some other great connections, and you know, it's moving some things forward in the right direction for me. So that's what I'm grateful for right now.
Great. Thank you, Randy. Yeah.
By the way, I'm Randy McNeely, and I'm in the United States.
There you go. Thank you, brother. All right, who's next? Linda, jump in here. I see you ready.
Hi, I'm Linda Barrett from Connecticut, United States. And first of all, I'm always grateful to be part of this wonderful family every Monday and Saturday now. So grateful for that, and also grateful for my health. Last Thursday, my 17-year-old was diagnosed with COVID. Didn't think it was going to hit us this close to home, but it did. And grateful that she's now restless and chomping at the bits to get out of the house. So she's well on her way to mending, and I feel discombobulated, so I'm off of video today. But
Okay.
I don't want to miss my family, so I'm here and grateful for that. Thanks.
Sure. Awesome. Thank you, Linda. Who's next?
Okay, I'll go. So my name's Nisa. I'm originally from Zimbabwe, living in London. I'm grateful because the sun came out in London today, even though it's not a real sun. It's
Right.
still cold, but the sun came out. It brightens everything up. I'm also most grateful to Steve for giving us this opportunity to invite people. And today I'm grateful that my oldest brother from Zimbabwe is online. And so is Kenny. So I'm just grateful that you've given us the opportunity to invite our friends and family that we care about to also benefit from your teachings.
Awesome.
And Linda, I'm glad that your daughter's getting well soon.
Thank you, Nisa. Nisa, I'm glad that you're getting a little bit of sunshine there. I know when I used to visit London all the time and go to the Isle of Man, I was constantly looking for the sun there as well. So I'm glad you're getting a little bit of sun there. Beautiful. Thank you very much. And thank you for inviting your family here to be with us. That's a great honor. So glad to have you here today. Who's next? Tell us what you're grateful for, where you're from. Blanca, I see you putting your hand up. And then Margaret, you'll be after that.
I'll go next.
Margaret, go ahead.
Hi, I'm Margaret, and I'm from the United States in Florida. And I'm grateful for Steve opening up today's chat and on Saturday now. And I'm very grateful for his Rubicon compass.
Thank you.
That is helping me to put things in perspective. And I'm very grateful that Linda's daughter is feeling much better now. Thank God.
Awesome. Thank you, Margaret. And thank you for being with us from Florida. Who's next? Blanca. Blanca, you're in Florida too. Yeah.
Yes, I am. Good morning, everybody. It is cold in Florida. Thank God. I know. A lot of people in Florida are like not too happy about it, but I love it and it doesn't last. That's the thing. I am grateful for the beautiful weather. I am grateful for this platform. I am grateful for spreading the message of resilience, hope, and never giving up. Through my book. The support has been amazing.
Awesome. Yeah.
And I haven't even launched yet.
Right.
So I'm blessed. I'm honored to be part of this platform, and many blessings to you all. And thank you, Steve, for everything you do. You're wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you, Blanca. And I saw your book the other day. It looks like you were sitting at a cafe. I saw it just a few minutes ago on Facebook. And how cool is that? It's awesome, I know. Here, before we go to the next person, I dropped a link in the chat. So click on the chat. You probably see it highlighted right now. That link will open up a Google page, and that Google page will give you the registration. If you're already registered to be part of Better Each Day, cool, you don't have to register again. If you're not, then jump on there. It takes you like 30 seconds. You fill out a simple form that's online, and that makes sure that all of the replays will come to your email. Okay, so that's it. You don't have to be live. It'll come to you whether you're live or you replay, but that way you'll always have those links and you'll have access to the playlist as well. And if you don't know what I'm talking about the Better Each Day Rubicon training program, and we're talking about the compass and we're talking about P5, and you're like, Steve, I don't know what that means. I've given you some samples. So on the link, when you open up the Google page, okay, it's a PDF, you will actually see a couple samples at the very top, and you can listen to those samples. They're about 25 minutes each. And you can go, oh, okay, I do want to register because this is something that I could use in my life. Or no, Steve, I've got enough training. I've already got my life down. I'm organized. Everything's working fine for me. I'm good. And that's fine too. But I want to give you that opportunity to sample that to see if this is the kind of thing that you want on Saturday, or if you want the replays coming to your email. Okay, so that should take care of that. Who's next? Jump in here and tell me where you're from. I see Pam, you got your hand up. So tell me your name, where you're from, and give me what you're grateful for.
Okay, Pam Vincent, California, so United States. I'm grateful today's my mother's 88th birthday. My brother will be 68 tomorrow. And grateful my husband had vertigo over the weekend and he's doing much better. So it's always great to have your health. So
yes, absolutely. And thank you, Pam, for jumping in here from California. Who's next?
I'll go next.
Maricela.
Yes.
Good morning. Good afternoon.
Hang on one second. Go ahead, Maricela. Go ahead.
Okay. My name is Maricela, and I am located in Las Vegas, Nevada, USA. And this morning, I'm grateful for technology, especially this little gadget called cell phone. I can call I can call my mother. You know, my mother's in another state, and I'm very grateful that I'm able to just push this little button and hear her voice every morning.
Right.
And sometimes, you know, do the little video, and even, you know, she's a little older, but she's able to do it. So I'm grateful for that I'm able to talk to her every day and see her every day while I still have her. Thank you.
Outstanding. Yeah, that's how we use technology to our benefit, instead of technology being those things that impede on our life or impose and overimpose on our life. We want to learn how to use technology so that we're able to keep up with those families. I was on an Instagram phone this morning early at Maricela with my daughter and my grandson, and watching him go around and have his chocolate shake this morning. Those are fantastic things, even though they're half a country away. It's like they're right there in your living room. Those are fantastic. Okay, who's next? Jump in here and tell me your name, what country you're from, and give me something that you're grateful for.
Hi, Steve.
Hey, Philip.
Hi. So I'm Philip. I'm originally from the UK. Been 30 years in London. I'm currently in Phuket, Thailand. And I'm grateful for many, many things. But I'm particularly grateful today for not having a broken foot or any part of my foot being broken. Having had an accident a couple of weeks ago, limping for a good week, and then decided I'd go to the hospital and x-rayed, no damage. So
good.
Painful, but on the mend. So I'm really, really grateful for that I'm not in some kind of cast. I'm grateful to you, Steve, of course, for everything you do for us here. I love joining this call on a Monday, and hopefully we'll join you on Saturdays as well.
Awesome.
So many, many things I'm grateful for, but that's just the top of my list right now.
Sure. And as you might have heard when Philip said that he's in Phuket, Thailand, Phuket is on my list of top 5 places I want to go in the world. It's been rated, I know, for at least the last 25 years is the top, always the top 10 beaches in the world. It's absolutely beautiful. So Philip gets to have a beautiful surrounding that he gets to walk down the incredible beaches that I envy you, my brother. But one of these days I'm going to come visit you over there. We're going to have a good time.
It is a blessing, Steve. And, you know, as I say, I'm looking at Randall here, and, you know, I walk out every day and I see that
right.
Every day. And, you know, I'm incredibly blessed and incredibly grateful for many.
Well, I'm trying hard not to be jealous, because I wish this was my real backyard.
Well, maybe what we'll do is we'll do a mastermind on Philip's back porch, and we'll all come to Phuket. Okay, we'll do something like that. Awesome.
Come on, guys.
All right. Who else? We got a few more minutes here. Jump in here and give me your name, what country you're from, and tell me what you're grateful for.
Hi, good afternoon, good evening, wherever it is you are. My name is Kenny Vital. I'm in London.
Yes, sir.
And I've got so much things to be grateful for. But I'm grateful for my sister, Lisa, my dear friend, who invited me to this. Been trying for a long time now to get me into this, but I'm always busy.
Yes.
But today, she caught me where I'm a downtime a little bit. So yeah, I can say something. I am grateful for life, just for life in general, to be able to get up in the morning and to stretch and to have something to eat. You know, I'm grateful for that. I'm also grateful that my business that I'm doing has now moved to another level. And for a long time, I've been trying to achieve credits for my business, and now I have. And then I'm expanding. So I'm grateful for that. I'm very, very grateful for that. And thank you, everybody, for having me. And thank you, Lisa, for inviting me.
Thank you, my friend, and thank you for being here. This outstanding. I'm glad Nisa is one of the most persistent individuals, and you know this because she's your sister.
Oh, yes.
So I'm always grateful that she brings the most amazing people into our, I guess you would call it, into our universe, into our realm. So thank you for being here, my friend, and I'm happy that your business is doing well, exceptional, and just thank you for being here. Okay, let's do 1 or 2 other individuals that you want to jump in here and tell me where you're from and what you're grateful for. See if anybody else can. Some other people might be at work right now where they can't actually jump on and talk, so that's okay. All right, cool, no problem. Thank you each for being courageous enough to jump on, because I know sometimes jumping out there into the group and you have to have the courage just to jump in there and talk, and some people are like, oh my gosh, what if I mess up? Or what if I don't say the right thing? And that's what's cool about being here with family, where we're just family, okay? And you can just be comfortable. This is a safe haven, and we're grateful for you being here. Thank you for being on the call. One of the things I want to share with you, I've already put in the link. So if you haven't had a chance to jump on there and register or sample the other programs that we do on Saturday, here's the cool thing. You can also take that link and you can share it with a few people that you know that are like us. Okay, when I say like us, you know what that means. That means that there are individuals that are like us that are focused on how do we make the world a better place. And they might be looking for a path, they might be looking for information, they might be looking for training, they might be looking for whatever. And in that process of trying to discover things, they might want to come hang out with some family members that they feel comfortable with, that we can collaborate, that we can help each other, we can share our good days and our bad days, and we can be here for each other. So take the link and share it with, I'd say probably 2 people. There's probably 2 people in your universe that you know that are like us, and invite them to come to the program, or just register, and then they can participate by getting the replays, and they can join us live when their schedule permits. So that's there. So I want to give you one last thing, because I know we got about 60 seconds. I want to give you another concept, because being gracious, having the gratitude, based on Sean Aker's research at Harvard University, increases our performance, not just in the event, but in the day, when we are grateful first. So my challenge to you, as I've done in prior weeks, is to start your Zoom calls, start your face-to-face meetings, your group meetings, your boardroom meetings, whatever you're in. Try the process of beginning with gratefulness, and watch how the entire meeting evolves in a really incredible, creative, and mutually beneficial fashion. So that's my challenge to you. I want to give you one other way to use gratefulness that most people have never thought about. I'm a big fan of Dr. Joe Dispenza. I think he's genius. And one of the things that he discovered is, if you spend some time doing your meditation each day, and part of your meditation is taking yourself to a future time, maybe 3 years out, maybe 5 years out, and go into the actual event, and go into the event to the level that you can feel yourself in the event. So what I'm trying to talk about is a future event where you want to be with family. Maybe it's a future event that you want to be an accomplishment of a certain level of business, working with individuals that you call clients, that I refer to mostly as clients that become my friends and my family. But being in that event and feeling the feeling of what it feels like to be with those individuals, and to immerse yourself in the everything you can of that future place. And here's the insight. When you get to that future place and you immerse yourself in every feeling that you can, whether it's imagining what it would smell like, imagining the love you would feel being there with those people that you care about most, imagining the feeling of the event, whether it's you're standing on a beach and you're feeling the breeze, or you're at a great event and maybe you're feeling the enthusiasm of the audience. I want you to immerse yourself in every part of the event, trying to activate every feeling you can. And here's the insight. I want you to then be grateful for the event that you're actually in. This is amazing, okay? Because one of the cool things that Dr. Joe Dispenza figured out is that your mind cannot distinguish between where we're at right now and where your imagination can take you when you are fully immersed. Fully immersed. That takes practice. So I'm going to ask you to add this to your morning preparation, your meditation time. Take at the very end of it, maybe the last 3 minutes or so, 5 minutes, and immerse yourself. Start practicing this concept. We'll talk about it in the future. But when you get to that place that you feel fully immersed, then be grateful and watch what starts happening to your life and the events. I love you, each one. Thank you for being here with us today. And we'll see you Saturday, the same time. And then after that, we'll do the 2 other events. So if you have any questions, email me. My email's in the PDF. And I love you. Thank you for being with us. And y'all have a great day. Take care.